I am Dr. M.D.Zafar and I am going to be your mentor in today's webinar for the FCPS Part 1 orientation. So, I would like to welcome you all to the Fellow Med Prep Academy and M.D.Zafar Lectures, whose collaboration has made this webinar possible. I am Dr. M.D.Zafar and I am currently fourth year resident in orthopedic surgery training in Sheikh Zayed Rahimia Khan, and I have completed my MRCS from Edinburgh. So today I will explain that what is FCPS part 1, what you need to do and which books to follow and how to study. So let's get started. So first of all, it is conducted by the CPSP, which we all are aware. It is an entry-level exam to start your professional specialization career in Pakistan. Now, FCPS Part 1 is conducted around 4 times in a year. This calendar with all the relevant dates are available on the CPSP website. You can always check that. So it is conducted in February, May, August, and November. So whenever you are attempting, you're selecting any attempt, please make sure that you have around 3 to 4 months in hand before starting your preparation, because there are lots of things to cover, and especially with the recent changes which the CPSP made, you actually now have to go through all the major books which are recommended for the preparation. Okay, so it is basically a computer based exam. It was previously paper based, but now all the centers have the availability of computers. It is going to be very well centered exam. The most important and difficult thing which you would add, that you're about to have 75% overall score in order. So the eligibility criteria is very simple, that you have done your MBBS and you have completed your 1 year of house job. For the foreign graduates, you have to clear the NLE before you become eligible for taking the FCPS Part 1 exam. Now, talking about the exam format, it has 2 papers. Both of them are conducted in the same day, paper 1 and paper 2. Each paper is going to have 100 MCQs, which are single best type of MCQs, and you're going to get 2 hours per paper, and there is total marks of around 200. So you have paper 1, which will be having 100 MCQs, and you will have 2 hours for that. And after that, there is going to be a break of 30 minutes, and then you will sit your second paper, which will also be having 100 MCQs, and you're going to get total of 2 hours to complete that. So it is around 4.5 hours of total time that you will be needed to complete this FCPS Part 1 exam. So regarding the further distribution of type of MCQs, that in paper 1, you're going to be tested for the anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and general pathology and various subjects from the general parts. But in paper 2, now paper 2 is going to be very specific to whichever subject you are choosing. If you are making a choice for the medicine and allied, it will have different type of preparation. It will have different set of books that you have to use, because it will be based on your specialty. Similarly, for the surgery and allied or any basic sciences, you will have to prepare more about the anatomy, whereas for the medicine doctors, they have to focus more on the pathology associated with the systems, and you have to work more on your pharmacology and those subjects. So whenever you are choosing your subject, make sure that you have the right guidance, because if you choose the wrong books, it is going to be very problematic for you. So briefly talking about the timeline. So if you're a fresh graduate and you have no job, you can give 3 to 4 months of focused study with about 5 to 6 hours of focused study. Then you will choose a attempt that is around 3 to 4 months from your timeline. Now, if you're a doctor who is having some gap or who is working some shifts either in the basic health unit or in a private setup, then depending upon your background knowledge, if you are confident, you can definitely go with 3 or 4 months, but I would recommend going for at least 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 months, because Do not take any premature attempts because it will drastically decrease your confidence. Always take an attempt when you are 100% sure that you are going to pass it. Your main focus should be on the past paper because they are going to account more than 60% of the questions of your exam. And always do repetitive MCQs multiple times. So this primary lecture is concerned about the orientation. Later on, I will also explain how to actually use the books which are recommended for the FCPS Part 1. Now, very importantly, please do not ignore the conceptual understanding, especially not only for the pharmacology, from the physiology. I would recommend that have a good understanding about the cardiac cycle, and from the respiratory physiology, you should have very good grasp of the lung volumes. And so, in specific chapter, there are specific topics which are highly tested, or I would say they are tested in almost every exam. So you should not just cram their MCQs or just try to go through the simple text. Try to get grasp of the knowledge so that whatever type of statements they bring you, you can answer those questions. And always try to check through the self-assessment tests which are available these days. There are lots of academies who are taking these mock exams, or you can check for free if they're available anywhere on YouTube or somewhere. Now, there is an important thing that nowadays the study groups are available. Uh, there are 2 points. There are two school of thoughts. I never attended any study group because one, they were not that much common at that time. Number two, I thought I could do it on myself, and I actually failed in my first attempt. So that is why I would highly recommend that try to use a study group because I lacked the uh, right amount of things which I was supposed to know. That is the basic reason why I'm conducting this webinar, so that you have all the right kind of information through which you can choose that I have to take this part of knowledge for my background, the previous knowledge that I have, the type of job I am currently doing. So you have to take in account all of these facts before going for any attempt. So this is just the application process. You will, it's a very basic process. You just need your MBBS degree, your PMBC registration, your house job certificate. So all of those guys who have just completed their house job, kindly make sure you have both these documents ready as soon as possible because there are timelines which you have to follow. Like before that, you can apply with one fees. Otherwise, you will have to apply for the double amount of fees. So try to be fast in all these CNIC and passport size picture you would definitely be having. Now, the other difficult thing is that you have to pay 25,000 for part one. So please make sure you have all the right guidance before you start. So first of all, choose your attempt, very important. So make sure that you have around right time of around 3 to 4 months or even more before attempting any exam. Please do not go to attend just to have the experience of the exam. All right, because I can understand that getting 25,000 for a junior doctor level is very difficult. So make sure you have full confidence on your concepts and you have read through all the necessary books. Now, the second important thing before going further is that you should be very much clear that for which subject you have to choose which book, because going through the books for the first time might seem easy, but the revision is going to be of key importance because most of doctors they find difficulty in the revision. They can get through the books for the first time, but it gets very difficult when they're revising. So try to make your own notes. Do not rely on any notes. Try to make your own notes. They are going to be very helpful, especially for your revision. So one tip that I would like to give you as being a fourth year resident, the points or the topics which you have made notes, they are going to help you not only in your IMM later on. I am very confident that you all will get into residency soon. And if you attempt for any foreign exam, they all have same syllabus. So if you have gone through these notes very effectively, then they are going to be your help throughout your career. So that is the point which nobody told me. And I have to make notes later on for the IMM exam and for the MRCS exam. So please make note that your own handmade revision notes are going to be your help. So result is out within a very small period of time, and after you have passed your FCPS part 1, you are eligible for applying for the residency training. So this was just the overview. Now comes the main thing. So there is a lot of books which are available, and I guess there is always a debate for using which book. And exactly it is like this, that just like this diagram, that there are lots and lots of books and one gets confused that which book to follow. So that is the main purpose, that how to use these books and how to align your preparation with accordance to these books. So today I will be explaining that each subject should be done from which book. So please make your notes, because the choosing of the book is going to play a very important role in your exam. So don't worry, I've got you. So starting with the anatomy, especially for those who are going for the surgery and allied exam, they should do anatomy very well. So the two books which I would recommend is to use Clinical Snell Review book and the Netter's Atlas. So first of all, so regarding this anatomy section, very important is to use this Clinical Snell Review book. And in addition to that, please add Netter's Atlas. It is going to be your book for revision. So for rest of the specialties, you can either cover anatomy from the notes, which I will tell you later on, or you can go with the MCQs. It is your choice. But for the surgery candidates, it is a must to complete this book. You should be knowing everything which is written in Snell's. This is also known as the short Snell, and you do not have to read big books. There is every detail that you need to know about the exam is written in this short Snell. So try to use this. Then we have the physiology. Physiology is a subject where most of us find difficulty. So what I did, I used BRS physiology, and it is recommended for all the specialties, no matter what it is: medicine, surgery, gynae, everything. So it is important to grasp the concepts from every topic, because they are going to be frequently tested. So what I did, I watched videos from this channel. This is the R Mendo, whatever the name is, very difficult, but this guy has done really amazing. So you take one topic and then you watch the video, which is about 2 to 3 minutes or 5 to 6 minutes, and you try to make those notes. BRS physiology. Right. Next up, we have the general pathology section. Now, general pathology, I would recommend using BRS pathology. If you have time, please do this. If you feel that you do not have much time, or you are out of those doctors who just want to get through the concept rapidly, then you can also get your general pathology covered from the Rafula notes. So it is up to you that which book you want to use, because in the next coming days, I will explain that which book should be used in which sequence, and how to use and how to add, because the books are going to provide you with the concepts, right? They have a lot of text, and the MCQs books or these short books, they have one-liners. So how you are going to incorporate the concept into these one-liners, and out of these two, how you are going to make your own notes, because you cannot read these books every time, because if you think that you can, then you are wrong. Because in the last revision, if you have 1 to 2 weeks left before your exam, it will be very difficult to go through all of these books. So that is when these one liners and your notes are going to play the key role in getting you through the exam. So for special pathology, now special pathology is important for almost every exam, be it medicine, surgery, or whatever field, because it is the exam which is going to come from the systems and it will be tested primarily in paper 2. So we have two basic books for this. First aid, it has covered these systems very well. You can have this in PDF or you can get this a physical copy. It is especially recommended for medicine, pathology, gynae, radiology, and anesthesia. But there is another book which is also available in the market. It is known as the Fast Aid. You could understand that this is the South Asian edition of the First Aid. It has almost similar content in a similar way, but it is more oriented to the Pakistan or Southeast Asian exam. But out of these, I would recommend using First Aid USMLE guidebook because it is recommended and it is a standard all over the world. But if you think that you only need to go through the very small concepts with simple diagrams, you can also read this. I have just seen this book. I did not do it. So I would recommend First Aid, but it is your personal choice depending upon the type of previous knowledge that you have. If you're someone who has already done first aid, then stick with it. If you are a kind of person who thinks that, okay, there is so much knowledge in first aid, then you can definitely go with fast aid. It is your personal choice. And choose wisely, please. So, next up, we have pharmacology. So, in pharmacology, it is best recommended that you go with the first aid except for the anesthesia. For the ones who are taking exam for the anesthesia, try to do Kaplan pharmacology. There are video lectures of Kaplan which are available, and this book is available in the PDF. I will try to make sure that all these PDFs are made available in the WhatsApp group. So kindly join the group and stay tuned. I will try to provide you all the books in PDFs. And then once you have selected the book, I would also recommend that get a physical copy at least of first aid, and and the rest of the books you might also be having. So it is always better to have PDFs, especially if you're doing some work. You can take those PDFs and study from your mobile. So try to be smart and try to choose wisely. Now, regarding embryology and histology, I did it from the high yield embryology. It is very structured. Now, the setback of using USMLE first aid for embryology is that every system has embryology in the start. So you have to go from GIT to respiratory, and then after doing all that, you do not get the concept. In high yield embryology, it is a well structured embryology which is written from A to Z in like 20 to 30 pages. So you can have a complete grasp of the concept that this started from the two cell stage to organogenesis, which is the pathology, which is normal. Everything is very written in very good way, and it is specifically used by the FCPS Part 1 candidates. I did it as well, so I would recommend using High Yield Embryology. This is a very small textbook which is readily available on the books. So I will also try to find PDFs and provide you with the PDFs of all these books as well. So, biochemistry, it is recommended that all specialties should do it from first aid. It is very well written. And later on, I will also explain that how to study. So, in order to study biochemistry, what you will be doing, you will be getting all the text from USMLE. Then, what you can do is then you can use Rafula and you will read that which is the highly tested area. And what you can do, and you can either make your own notes or you can write in the sections in first aid. There's a lot of free space present at the end of the page. You can make your own notes, like there are vitamins written on this page. You will read vitamins from first aid and then you will do them from Rafula. Then you will see that these are the 5 points which I have highlighted in Rafula. I should add them over here so that in your final revision, in your final week, you will have this one complete page as the final package which you will be revising, and you will be done and dusted with your vitamins in like 30 minutes. So that is the key to use smart study in order to pass the FCPS part 1. So same goes for the micro as well as immunology. It is very well written and organized way in the step 1 book. So step 1 book, first aid, is going to be your go-to book for most of the areas. Then we have neurology and neuroanatomy. It is very important because there are lots of tracks, there are lots of pathologies, and I would recommend using it from Kaplan Neuroanatomy. It is well structured book, but it takes time to read. So give it a thorough read, especially for the medicine, because different type of strokes and all the brainstem pathologies are frequently tested for that. Now, you can also use any YouTube channel. I would recommend Ninja Nerd, though his videos are very lengthy. So try to listen to them once and try to make your own notes so that you have your final day revision notes ready with you in your first or second read. So at the end, I would recommend you some short books. So these were the all books which are definitely required for your theory part. But once you are done with your theory, you cannot rely on that, because once you are done with your theory, you will have the concept, but you will still be worrying that how this theory will be tested. So for that, we have Refulla. Refulla has brilliantly given points that it will provide you with one stamp, and it has added all the relevant points, MCQs, and all the knowledge which is required in relationship to that. So it gives you a very brief and good idea about the whole topic in a very small amount of time. So I would like to recommend you Refulla, but there is also AA notes. I did not use them, but I have heard that they are kind of a MCQ type copy of the first aid. So you can use them as well. But I did Refulla and it definitely helped me. But again, it's your choice and the type of paper you are giving. So it's totally up to you. Now, at the end, once you are done with your theory and you have done your one-liners, you can either use Medicol, which I did, or you can use SK series for doing the MCQs. So once you are done with your theory and you have read the one-liners, it is very important to get your exam-oriented study from the MCQs. Try to solve as much MCQs from these books once you have read the complete topic. The sequence of using books is very important. I will explain that in the next webinar, that how to actually use these books and in what sequence. So this was all about the orientation. So now we will be ending this webinar. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat box. And the time is about to end for the Zoom meeting. If there's some questions, you can also ask me in the group as well. So thank you very much for listening.